After my brain injury, I felt trapped inside my head with angry and sad thoughts. And this is not a good place for to be, or anybody to be who is recovering from a brain injury. I ended up losing my inner peace after my concussion. Losing my inner peace while at work in a very overstimulating environment, noises, distractions, people walking around, bright lights, made it really, really difficult for me to modulate my mood and behavior. Learning about mindfulness and how to practice mindfulness was crucial to my recovery because it helped me get out of my brain and into the world around me, away from those negative thoughts and negative Nancy voices that were telling me I wasn't good enough. Mindfulness, journaling, and talking to therapists or trusted friends and family will help you get out of your head, away from those negative Nancys who are currently living in your brain rent-free. Getting out of your head will help you with your recovery and get you out into the real world, the real reality, and away from those kind of circulating, kind of depressing, doomsday, what ifs kind of thoughts. Mindfulness is the practice of living in the moment and choosing to focus your thoughts on what is around you or your environment and pulling you out of your kind of mental rut from any worries or anxieties or sadness. Mindfulness can help you with several things. It can help decrease fatigue, decrease depression, improve sleep, increase hopefulness for the future. It helps you control your emotions, and it improves your communication during stressful moments and allows your brain to analyze your feelings towards stressful situations. These are all these things that you can benefit from mindfulness are key to maintaining professional relationships while you're at work. Practicing mindfulness doesn't have to be complicated. All you need to do is you could practice it anywhere at any time and still get the benefits of mindfulness. You don't have to meditate for half an hour. You can start off with just 1 to 2 minutes of practicing mindfulness. This can be done at work while you're sitting at your desk, such as just taking a moment to close your eyes and then take 5 deep breaths. And that can make a big difference in helping you relax and stay focused while you're at work. The other way you can practice mindfulness while at work is you can grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and start doodling. Doodling is a way to allow the mind to relax and to take your focus from your inner thoughts and pay attention to kind of what your hands are doing, the picture you're drawing, and so forth. One of the things I used to do when I would get stressful or overwhelmed or just feel frozen and unable to initiate myself to start a project is I would have these like miniature coloring books at work, such as something like this. And I would open it up and just start coloring a small portion for a minute or two. And that made a huge difference in helping me modulate my moods and get my motivation going and my focus sharpened. Another way you could practice mindfulness is to follow a short 1 to 2 minute meditation from a smartphone app, such as Calm. They can lead you through just a short little meditation to help kind of take the edge off of any anxious thoughts or restlessness. And so those can be really helpful too. So, how do you get started practicing mindfulness? Well, before my brain injury, I used to practice martial arts, and that was how I practiced my mindfulness. Because while you're moving your body with your martial arts training, you're paying attention to your breathing and the movement of your body, and you're not thinking about the gossip or stupid politics at work. You're really focused on making your movements the best that you can make them. But after my concussion, my car accident, I had like headaches, dizziness. I was so tired, and I had low exercise tolerance and terrible neck pain. And so I lost that lifestyle practice that helped me manage my mental health. Fortunately, I talked to a therapist, and at the time, since I couldn't really stand up very long or do a lot of movement, she helped me come up with mindfulness practice I could do while sitting. And she recommended adult coloring, which I absolutely loved, and I still do today. I have a lot of books and a lot of colored pencils too, and not enough storage room for it all. But it just, when I would color, I would be so focused on the colors, the picture, the movement of my hand. I would pay attention to my breathing, and I would be pulled out of my mind and into the present moment. And then if a thought came, I could choose to let it go or to kind of analyze it. But it was really relaxing, and I really recommend it. If you're not familiar with the sensation of mindfulness, being in the moment, I think that adult coloring would help you kind of get that sense of what the practice can do for you and your healing brain. So to get started, you should also create a schedule, a time that you will do your mindfulness practice, and just help you kind of get that sense of what the practice can do for you and your healing brain. So to get started, you should also create a schedule, a time that you will do your mindfulness practice, and just commit to a minute or two at first. And I would either put it on your to-do list and then set an alarm to remind you to do it, because, I don't know about you, but my brain will just let me work through the day if I don't set an alarm to take a break. So that'll be helpful for you. And then once you kind of go along over time, the practice will be more integrated into your life, and you'll actually notice lapses in your life or your daily routine where you can just stop and take a moment and practice your mindfulness, whether it's with paying attention to your breathing while you're out on a walk, or while you're at a coffee shop, just sitting, focusing on your cup of coffee and watching the steam float into the cool air. Ways that you can practice mindfulness, like I said, the adult coloring. You can work on your craft projects. I like to knit, so yarn work is a great option. Sitting outside, like I said before, cleaning and organizing a drawer or a cabinet is definitely a way to practice mindfulness. Working on a puzzle, practicing chair yoga, going on a walk, or creating art. is that you need to choose what you're going to focus on. So, for example, let's say I'm going to go sit outside and just take a couple minutes. And while I'm outside, I'm going to make sure I don't have my phone. So I get rid of all distractions. And then I start to pay attention to my breathing and slow it down, taking slow, deep breaths. And then as I focus to the environment that I'm in, then I'm going to start paying attention to the colors of the trees, the texture of the leaves. I'll be listening to sounds of the birds or my neighbors talking or dogs barking. And then I'll pay attention just to the smells. What am I smelling? Do I smell my neighborhood's barbecue? Those kinds of things. And you just do that for a minute or two, and then as you get better, you can expand your time. If you find it difficult to practice mindfulness, then a mental health therapist, psychologist, or counselor or your talk therapist can help you with ways to practice your mindfulness. The other thing is that there's actually mindfulness coaches out there that can help you with your practice too. But over time, as you practice, you will get better and it will become more of a part of your lifestyle rather than this kind of strange new thing you are doing. I do recommend practicing it. I found it extremely helpful in my recovery, getting out of my mind, getting to know my new passions, and getting to know my new brain, and being able to let go of some of the things I lost and embrace the stuff that I gained from my brain injury. So I wish you the best of luck on your journey learning to practice mindfulness, and I hope that it brings you the peace that it has brought me. So take care, get better, get stronger.